When it comes to food, Mexico is a heavyweight champion. Tacos, tamales, mole, quesadillas, you name it. But there's one ingredient that sneaks its way into just about everything, giving Mexican cuisine its fiery punch and undeniable character: the jalapeño. This little green chili has become more than just a topping, it's practically a national icon. But why the jalapeño? Out of hundreds of chili peppers Mexico has to offer, what makes this one stand out as the favorite? Let's turn up the heat and find out right here on History of Food. Before we dive into its fame, let's talk basics. A jalapeño is a medium-sized chili pepper, usually about 2 to 4 inches long, with smooth green skin that can ripen to red if left on the plant long enough. On the Scoville scale, the spicy ruler of the chili world, jalapeños clock in between 2,500 and 8,000 units. That means they're hot enough to make your tongue tingle, but not so hot that you'll need medical attention. In other words, jalapeños hit that sweet spot. Fiery, but approachable. The jalapeño has been around for a very long time. Ancient Mesoamerican civilizations, like the Aztecs, were growing and eating chili peppers thousands of years ago. In fact, chili peppers were so important that they weren't just food. They were currency, medicine, and even used in rituals. That's right. These peppers were pulling triple duty before modern food trends ever existed. The name Jalapeño actually comes from the city of Jalapa, sometimes spelled Chalapa, in Veracruz, Mexico. That's where the chili was first widely cultivated, and the name just stuck. Imagine if every food was named after its hometown. Pizza would be Naples bread, and champagne would just be French sparkle juice. One reason jalapeños rose to the top in Mexico is simple. They're practical. They're not the spiciest chili in the garden, but they bring enough heat to liven up any dish. You can dice them into salsa, stuff them with cheese, roast them, pickle them, or just slice them fresh on top of a taco. They play well with others and don't demand too much attention. Think of jalapeños like that friend who's always down for anything. Karaoke night, movie marathon, or helping you move on short notice. They may not always be the star, but they make every situation better. Part of the jalapeño's popularity comes from just how many ways you can prepare it. Fresh jalapeños bring a crisp, grassy flavor and a sharp heat that hits fast but doesn't linger forever. Pickled jalapeños, which are wildly popular in Mexico, add tangy brightness that cuts through rich dishes. Roasted jalapeños bring out a smoky sweetness that balances their spice. And if you dry and smoke them, you get something even more famous: Chipotle peppers. That's right. Your beloved Chipotle isn't a totally different chili. It's just a jalapeño that's gone through a smoky glow-up. Suddenly, that burrito bowl has a whole new story behind it. Another reason jalapeños became a national favorite? They're everywhere. They grow well in Mexico's climate. They don't need fancy conditions, and they produce a ton of peppers per plant. That makes them cheap, easy to find, and perfect for feeding large families. When you have a chili that's both tasty and economical, it's bound to earn a permanent spot in people's kitchens. Plus, jalapeños store well when pickled or dried, meaning you can enjoy them long after harvest. For households throughout history, making jalapeños was more than just a spice. They were a food security strategy. Now let's be clear. No one is eating jalapeños because they think it's a health food. But here's the kicker. It actually kind of is. Jalapeños are full of vitamin C, vitamin A, and antioxidants. The compound that gives them their heat, capsaicin, has been studied for its potential to boost metabolism, reduce inflammation, and maybe even help with pain relief. Of course, that doesn't mean you should chase your daily vitamin quota with nachos piled high with jalapeños. But it does mean your spicy taco habit comes with a surprising little bonus. Beyond their flavor, jalapeños represent something bigger: Mexico's deep love affair with chili peppers. In Mexican cuisine, spice isn't just about heat, it's about flavor, complexity, and identity. Chili peppers are a core part of the culture, and jalapeños in particular have become the most recognizable ambassadors of that tradition. Ask anyone outside Mexico to name a chili, and chances are the first word out of their mouth is jalapeño. It's the pepper that put Mexican heat on the global map, even before ghost peppers and habaneros entered the spicy spotlight. Speaking of global, jalapeños didn't stay in Mexico. Over the years, they spread across the world, showing up everywhere from Tex-Mex dishes in the US to fusion recipes in Asia. Jalapeno poppers, stuffed, breaded, and deep-fried, became a bar food classic in America. Pickled jalapeños made their way onto pizzas, burgers, and hot dogs. And thanks to international demand, jalapeños are now one of the most widely grown chili peppers in the world. Ironically, while the rest of the world often associates jalapeños with extreme spiciness, Mexicans see them as relatively mild compared to other local chilies like habaneros or serranos. For many Mexican families, jalapeños are the training wheels of spice, the pepper you start with before you work your way up to the really fiery stuff. There's also something fascinating about why humans enjoy spicy foods in the first place. Eating a jalapeño doesn't actually burn your mouth. It tricks your nervous system into thinking you're in pain. Your body responds by releasing endorphins, which give you a little natural high. It's like a roller coaster for your taste buds. You know you're safe, but you get a thrill anyway. So, when Mexicans bite into jalapeños daily, it's not just about flavor. It's also about enjoying that spicy buzz. It becomes part of the meal, part of the experience, and part of the culture. What really cements the jalapeño's place as Mexico's favorite chili is that it fits seamlessly into every corner of cuisine. Breakfast? Jalapeños in your huevos rancheros. Lunch? Toss them into salsa for tacos. Dinner? Stuff them with cheese, wrap them in bacon, and throw them on the grill. Midnight snack? Pickled jalapeños on leftover nachos. Few ingredients can claim that level of versatility without feeling boring. Jalapeños don't just show up, they belong. So why are jalapeños Mexico's favorite chili? Because they're everything a chili needs to be: flavorful, spicy but not terrifying, versatile in the kitchen, affordable, and deeply rooted in culture and tradition. They've gone from ancient Aztec fields to backyard barbecues, from Veracruz to virtually every country in the world. Jalapeños embody what makes Mexican cuisine so beloved. They're bold, adaptable, and just the right amount of fiery. Not too much, not too little, but perfectly balanced. And maybe that's why they've earned a permanent spot in both Mexican hearts and global taste buds. So next time you bite into a jalapeno-topped taco or crunch through a pickled slice on your nachos, remember, you're not just eating a chili. You're tasting history, culture, and one of the most iconic peppers of all time. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.